Hello everyone, welcome to the experiment number 5 on matrices and vectors. Okay, so we'll study how we'll perform matrix operations in MATLAB. So just wait. Okay, so objective of our experiment is hence array, vector and matrices. Okay, so the apparatus required will be computer and a MATLAB, and the computer will have an RAM of about 4 GB to operate it properly. Okay, so little bit theory. In the MATLAB environment, a matrix is a rectangular array of numbers. Okay, so whenever we consider about the MATLAB environment, we have matrices as an array of numbers. Okay, and sometimes a special meaning is attached to a 1 by 1 matrices which are scalars, and two matrices with only one row or column which are vectors. Okay, we'll discuss this while doing the experiment. Okay, though MATLAB has various ways of storing the number as numeric and non-numeric data, but in the larger way, or it is usually best to think that everything as a matrix. Okay, MATLAB stores the data mostly as a matrix. The operations in the MATLAB are designed to be natural as possible. Okay, while other programming languages, if we consider other programming languages, we may have numbers one at a time, but MATLAB can have arrays and we can perform operations on entire matrices, and this makes the computation quick and easy. Okay, so let's talk about the procedure. First we will open the matlab.exe file in our laptop, and then we will perform the various operations using the various commands in the MATLAB that are used to perform the operations of the matrices, and then we'll execute the command and observe the result. So let's carry out our first process, that is opening up of the matlab.exe file. So let's type in matlab.exe. okay, then we go to the run command. We'll wait for a while until it opens. Okay, so now we have our MATLAB window open. So now we'll see how we will make the row matrix. Okay, row matrix will be the one having a one row. Okay, and there will be elements. So let's make a row matrix. Okay, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so this will form a row matrix with the elements of total 5 number of elements are there present. And if you want to form a column matrix, okay, so what we will do, either we will make a transpose of this R by using this command R and apostrophes. Okay, so it has created a column matrix, or otherwise if I want to create another column matrix of some other elements, different elements, so let's take some other variable as G is equal to 2. We'll use semicolon between each element. Okay, so that will form as an column matrix. Okay, so 2 6 semicolon 8 semicolon 9. Okay, so it is forming a column matrix. Okay, so now if you want to form a matrix of with different sizes, so let's do that. M is equal to 14, 15, 16 semicolon 17, 18 and 16. Okay, we'll close the bracket. Okay, so what do you observe? We have got 2 cross 3 matrix, that is we have 2 rows and 3 columns. So if you want to check the size of this matrix, just type in size and the matrix name in the close brackets. So it is giving me, it has 2 rows and 3 columns. So basically what you have to do, if you want to have 3 columns, okay, so just type in 14, 15 and 16, okay, then in between type in the semicolon and then again the 3 elements, okay. So how many number of elements are there, that many number of columns will be there, okay. And how much the separation is, this separation is forming into 2, one part is this and the second part is this, so it will forming a 2 cross 3 matrices, okay. Let us take another example, okay. Let's take M1 is equal to okay, let's say 2 3 4 3 comma 4, okay, semicolon 5 comma 6 semicolon 7 comma 8. So what possibly this matrix should do, what should it form? So we have 2 elements, right? Okay, so it should form 2 columns and we have 3 separations, that means it should form 3 rows. So the matrix should be 3 cross 2 size, okay. So let's see the size of M1 is 3 cross 2, okay. Now if we want to make the matrices, okay, from some point to some point, like from 31, 32, 33, okay, so you can directly use a colon in between and then you can do that, okay. So let's take some matrix as E is equal to, if you want to use 31 is to 33 comma 34 is to 36. So what it is doing, it is making 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 and 36, okay. So it is printing the number from 31 to 36, okay. So now suppose let's make one more vector, define a vector is equal to 8 to 14, okay. So it will print the numbers from 8 to 14. Now if you want to extract any of the element from it, so just type vector. Suppose you want to extract the first element, okay, just close the bracket and type 1. So you're getting 8, okay. Now suppose you want the fifth element, okay, so just type fifth, so you're getting 12. Now suppose you are typing that you want the 11th element, so it will definitely show an error. Why? Because there is no 11th element in this given vector, okay. Now let's create one more matrix, say mat1 is equal to 6 is to 8 semicolon 13 is to 7 okay, just wait, there was some small mistake, 1 is to 3 is to 7, okay. So now we have one matrix, okay. Now if you want to extract the elements of the matrix, okay, just simply type mat1. Suppose you want to extract 6, so it is 1 comma 1, it should give me 6, yes. Now if you want to extract 8, it is 1 comma 3, so just type in mat1 1 comma 3, okay, you are getting 8. Now if you want to do it in linear way, so just see, this will be the first element, this will be the second element, this will be the third element, this will be the fourth element, this will be the fifth element, and this will be the sixth element. Okay, so just type one mat 1, so sixth element, it is 7. Okay, so but it is proposed that always use matrix variations only, like 1 1 1 2 1 3. Okay, don't use the linear way of like extracting. Okay, so now let's do some scalar operations on matrices, that is, we will perform addition or element wise subtraction. Okay, so first of all, let's make one matrix. Mat 1 is equal to 6:8 semicolon 1:3:7. So we have this matrix. Okay, now make another matrix. Okay, now just if you want to add some number to it, so you can directly do y is equal to mat 1 plus 3. Okay, so 3 is added to each element of the matrix. If you want to add another this matrix to the another matrix, so let's create another matrix. Mat 2 is equal to 5:7 semicolon 1:3:7. Okay, so we have this matrix. Now if you want to add these two, so just take a variable z is equal to mat 1 plus mat 2. Okay, so it is giving me, you can see, 6 plus 5 11, 6 plus 5 6 and 5 shall give me 11, 7 and 6 will give me 13, and 8 and 7 will give me 15. Similarly 1 and 1 will give 2, 4 and 4 will give 8, and 7 and 7 will give 14. Okay, so now if you want to subtract, okay, just type mat 1 minus mat 2. Okay, so it will subtract both the matrices. Now while doing multiplication, if you want to do element by element multiplication, okay, then use dot followed by an asterisk. Okay, vector multiplication we will see later. Now just see, if you want to do element by element multiplication, so mat 1 dot asterisk mat 2. So now you can see mat 1 was 6 and mat 2 is 6 into 5 is 30. Okay, 7 into 6 is 42, 8 7 56. Okay, so now you can observe it. Okay, so it has done element by element multiplication. Okay, let's clear the screen. Now let's talk about vector to vector multiplication, and that means if you want to multiply two matrices, okay, so what you need to consider is the number of columns of the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. Okay, then only it will multiply, or else it will show an error. So let's do it. So let's put the first matrix, mat 1 is equal to 1, 4, 8 semicolon 16, just wait, semicolon 16 comma 32 comma 6. Okay, this is the mat 1. Now let's see mat 2. Mat 2 is equal to 11 comma 9, okay, semicolon 7 comma 5, again use a semicolon, 3 comma 1. Okay, so we have 2 cross 3 and 3 cross 2 matrix. Okay, so while doing vector to vector multiplication, you need to consider you don't use asterisk sign over there, just use the use the asterisk sign, don't use the dot sign over it. Okay, so let's just multiply mat 1 asterisk mat 2. So it has done the vector multiplication as you do 2 matrix, how you multiply. So we are getting the result as 2 cross 2. So you have to remember the number of column of the first matrix should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix. Okay, so we are getting this answer as 2 cross 2. So you can verify using matrix multiplication by doing it manually. Okay, now let's create again a vector. Say vector is equal to 3 is to 6 is to 33. So you have created a vector. Now suppose you want to find the minimum value from this vector. Okay, so it will return me the minimum element of this vector. Okay, so minimum of, let's say VC vec, it giving me answer 3. Now if you want to find the maximum value, just type in the variable which you have considered for this vector. It is giving me the maximum value as 33. Now if you want to add all of these elements of the vector, so just type in sum and vec, it is giving me sum. Now if you want to do product, just type in vec, so it has done the product of this vector. Okay, also some of the special matrices we have already discussed are, if you want to have zeros like 2 cross 2 row, or zeros having 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, so you can use this command. And now if you want to create ones like this, so ones 2, so it will give create a 2 cross 2 ones, or ones 3, it will create 3 cross 3. Similarly, identity matrix can be created. Okay, so now let's see how we'll transpose and find the inverse of a matrix. Okay, for that let's define one matrix. Matrix is equal to 1 is to 5 semicolon 6 is to 10. So we have this matrix. Okay, sorry, not this matrix. So this is our matrix. Okay, suppose now if you want to perform transpose operation over it, just type in the apostrophe over it and you will get the transpose. Okay, now if you want to find the inverse of this matrix, just take a variable and type for inverse, type the command inv. Okay, and type in the matrices you want to find the inverse of. Okay, so this is the inverse of the matrix that we have entered. Okay, so So if you want to find the determinant of this matrix, just use the command det mat. Okay. So hence we have studied all the basic, okay, carrying out the basic operations is done in MATLAB of the matrices. Okay. So with the precautions we would take is try not to touch the power button or restart button of the CPU. Keep on saving the program files so that it can be used further. Okay. Thank you very much.